Hey, hey, beautiful people, beautiful ladies. I'm so excited to be here with you. For those of you who do not know me, I'm Melinda Rychlik-Clark. I'm the CEO of Empower the Yet, where I help busy mamas with their businesses with virtual assistant services and helping their teens and tweens learn those services as well. So they can really spend and focus their time on what they truly desire in their business, what their true talent is. I also am a empowered mind breakthrough coach where I help women really break the cycle of their mindset that's holding them back from stepping into who God's calling them to be. And so I am so excited to be here with you today. I am going to be talking about a lady in the Bible from First and Second Kings. Her name is Abishag, and Abishag was this young beautiful virgin who was called to serve King David, not in an intimate way, but to lay with him because King David was older and he was always really cold. And so she came and served him in that capacity, just laying with him. And as odd as that seems, back then, I guess it would be kind of like having an electric blanket today. But this was a woman, and it, if we really think about it, like the human touch is very powerful. God created us that way. And so Abishag was absolutely beautiful. Her beauty was spoken of twice in the Bible. But she served, and that's what she did. And she was, really good at serving King David. Later in the Bible, her beauty actually caused a huge rift that involved, Bathsheba, and so King Solomon got really mad because of the lineage that would be disrupted if Abishag was involved. And so, because of her beauty, it was drawing in this attention that was going to change history. And so King Solomon really put a stop to that. But it made me think about, number one, she was gorgeous, but she was the king's servant, right? So you think about what goes on today in our society, like if you're gorgeous, like you're like up here, right? Not really, but you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? And it's like, oh, wow, she's just like super pretty and da 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 da. Sorry, my chair is messing up. And and so you think of it being up here, and you think about, like, what women do to create this sense of beauty about them, to be up here, right? To be called something other than the king's servant. And what we can learn from this is her true beauty in the story was how she served, how she lovingly served the king and was obedient to that. And so in her walk as a woman of God, we need to really look at, like, where we think our true beauty lies. Now, I believe it's important that we keep up with ourselves. Our body is the temple of the Holy Spirit, right? That we take care of our bodies, we take care of our health. We're not just gonna do things that would be harmful to our bodies, or God doesn't honor that. If there's something that we need to do to take care of our bodies so we can live healthier, I believe we're called to do that as Christian women. But as far as being vain in that beauty, and using it for your own good instead of using it to serve, I don't believe that like that's what God is calling us to do, right? And so I'm sorry, you guys. I now moved it over here. Um, so I really just think that Abishag just really, it just struck a chord with me of how like how much pressure we put on ourselves to be beautiful and why, right? Like we're supposed to be, if we put as much emphasis on serving others than we do on outward beauty, um, how much more can we change the world, right? How much of your headspace is taking up time and energy because you're comparing yourself all the time? You're looking at someone else's life and you're thinking, oh, wow, you know, they're so pretty and they've got it all together and their house is really decorated and they wear the cutest clothes and they do all these things, right? And all this time you've been thinking all this stuff, what could you have been doing to serve the kingdom? You could have been out serving someone else, right? Your inner beauty is the most beautiful aspect of yourself. So how are you showing up as your inner beauty, not just your outward beauty? Now, Abishag was lovely. She was a servant. She was beautiful. But she didn't act out in her beauty in a way that was selfish. She acted out in her beauty as selfless. And so, how can we as women appreciate how God has created us in His image naturally, and also show up to serve? Take care of who you are, take care of your appearance, take care of your body, make sure you're healthy, you know, you're eating well, you're exercising, your mind is healthy. It's just this all-encompassing thing as women. When we take care of ourselves, we can show up authentically, and our true inner beauty will shine through. You know, that becoming like Christ will automatically shine through. Being a servant, being His hands and feet will shine through. So I want you to, what I want to take away from this is like, what are you doing and how are you like comparing yourself to other people that's stealing your joy and stealing who you are? Instead of focusing on where your heart is, your inner beauty, taking care of your outer beauty, but also focusing on your inner beauty so you can serve like Abishag. You can serve like Christ wants us to serve. So on that note, you guys, I'm so glad that you're here. I'm so glad that that you took the time to listen to this, and I hope that you get clarity on that, and you stop comparing yourself. That's not who you are. You're not the girl next door. That's not your house. Your house is your house. People know you for who you are, right? And who God is calling you to be, not because of trying to be like somebody else. That's exhausted energy. Step into your true beauty. Step into who God is calling you to be. So until next time, remember, slay those giant squirrels so you can live happy, joyous, and free in Christ and change your family tree. Bye, guys.